to another episode of Alpha DNA Garage. Today we're going to be discussing how to do your own oil change on a 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. So without further ado, let's get ready and set it all up. I'm sure most of you guys know how to jack up a car and place it on jack stands. In this case, I used one jack for the driver's side, as you can see here, and another smaller jack on the passenger side, you can see here underneath the car, to support the car. Also, there's a jack stand underneath the lower control arm here and here, just in case, as an extra precaution. And going to the back wheel, in case the electronic e-brake fails, I put a small block here. So now that it's ready to go and it's very stable, we're ready to do the work. After having the car sit for at least 5 minutes, you guys are able to check the oil level on the car entertainment system here. So how you do that is you go down to apps and my car, and then you go down to oil level, and you can see it's a bit on the low side. And that's how you check the oil level on your car. Having a look under the car here, I will be removing this under tray using the T30 right here, which makes life a bit easier. Some have suggested that this hole here may be used for the oil to drain down from, therefore not having to remove this under tray. Personally, I do not mind the extra work involved for two reasons. One, it guarantees no oil spill as I have a clear view, and two, I get to see more of the mechanics of this car, which if you're a fanatic like myself, you'll appreciate it just a bit more. Alright, so we got the last bolt here to unbolt. And the under tray should be free. Just got to slide it out. And just like that, she's done. Alright guys, so these are all the necessary parts, tools that you will need to perform the oil change. So we got an old jug used to put in the used oil. Then we have an oil pan to catch the old oil. Then we have a funnel. We have a rag just in case there's any spills. We got the OEM Alpha filter. We got a couple tools like the T30 bit to remove the under tray and the 13mm socket to remove the drain plug. And we also have another smaller jug that will be used to pour in the new oil. I'll show you how that's done later on in the video. And last but not least, we have the oil itself, which is the Pennzoil Platinum Euro Full Synthetic. As you can see, it's a big box, 22.7 liters. Which for this car is good for 3 oil changes, as each oil change requires 7 liters. Alright, so with the under tray out of the way now, we can remove the drain bolt located here with the 13mm socket and start unscrewing it. As you can see, oil is starting to drip. There we go. Now as the oil is pouring out, you may be noticing that streams are all shooting in different directions, and that's because the drain plug is designed to have holes in it. We will take a look at that once I get it all out and cleaned up. So while we let the rest of the oil drain out, we can have a closer look here at the drain bolt. Now that it's out and it's all cleaned up, you guys can see about the holes I mentioned earlier. So if anyone knows exactly what the purpose of these holes are, please comment below, because I would really like to know. And while we're still waiting for the rest of the oil to drain out, I took out the dipstick and gave it a good cleaning. And now we can move on and remove the oil filter, which is located right underneath this engine cover right here. Alright, so now that we unbolted the engine cover, now we're going to unclip this intake, just like this, pull up on it, just like that. And we're gonna use this block of 2x4 just to keep it propped up so we have better access for the oil filter. Like that. So now that the air filter system is propped up using that 2x4 block, we have easier access to get to the oil filter right here. And I'm putting on a 32mm socket, and you can just untwist it like this by hand. So now the oil filter is pretty much screwed all the way out. Let me slide it. This. I just put it in this rag, and there you go. That's it right here. Alright, so here we have the old oil filter next to the new oil filter. Now, something to point out on the new oil filter is before you guys put it in, you want to dab your finger and oil these O-rings just like so. There's one here, and another one here, so a total of 3 O-rings. Just like that, and now she's ready to be installed. So another thing to mention before you install the new oil filter is you might want to take a clean towel and just wipe this housing here just to get the excessive old oil out. Just like that. When reinstalling the oil filter, start it off by hand until you cannot go any further, but then proceed to continue using that 32mm socket until you feel that it bottoms out and makes a complete seal. Alright, so with the oil filter now completely installed, we can remove this block 2x4 like this, and we can pop in the whole intake system. Just like that. And now we bring the engine cover, line this up. There you go, the top part is all good. So during this whole time, I let the oil drain, and now I just put the drain plug back in. And remember that gets torqued to 15 foot-pounds. Now all that's left to do is pour in the new oil. For that, I'll be using this 2-liter jug to make it easier to transfer the oil from the box to the engine. I'll be pouring 3 jugfuls, just like that. So since each one is 2 liters times 3, that gives me 6 liters. And then another half a jug to complete it up to 7 liters. Alright, so now that the oil is all filled up, we can check the level from the dipstick here. And see where it's at. So it's pretty much right under max. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is where it should be. And just another thing to keep in mind, just make sure you keep checking the oil level regularly for the first week or so. The more you drive it, the oil gets more into the filter and throughout the whole engine, so you might need to top it off a little bit more. So just keep that in mind. So we ran the car around the block for a few minutes. Now we let it sit for at least 5 minutes. And now we can check the oil level electronically. And as you guys can see, compared to last time, it's exactly where it should be, to the top. Alright guys, so that concludes this episode of Alpha DNA Garage. Hope you found this information useful and helpful. If you guys have any questions or comments, please comment below. And I'll try my best to answer all your questions. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And until next time,